Welcome back to Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations, Prosecutor's Path. Alright, we're back with stuff and inherited turnabouts.
My eyes stink.
Can't believe Lawrence's eyes stink.
Sting.
Anyway, that's Lawrence.
Yeah,
We've got George.
It's me, the one also telling him that his eyes stink.
We've got Effie.
I'm a fucking Jedi, Phoenix.
And we've got me, Rob. I run this shit. Let's do this.
Yeah, he runs into the ground.
Lawrence. George read this line, so this is fine. Oh,
Objection, you cannot prove innocence. Fuck off.
Fucking coming in guns blazing.
Innocence.
Slow down.
Innocence is banned. Judge Courtney, is that your answer? I don't remember what her answers were. Do you intend to bury the truth of the IS-7 incident before it can be brought to light?
I merely
Yeah.
believe in judgments of the goddess of law.
Ultimately, those who render judgment are only human. As long as humans control the law, there is no guarantee that every verdict is correct. So do you want to hand it to a dog then? Do you want to hand it to a
Now we're
cat?
gonna hand it to a tree, like in Mega Man.
No, the point is that we are literally the best at judging other people, and we suck at it. And there's no one better than us.
If you're going to help conceal the truth, I will not hold back. Pulls out gun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Fucking hate her.
Lady Justine, what should I do now?
Stay blind.
You are being suspected because you set off the poison gas and damn near died. I mean, honestly, you just had a really bad day. Can you tell us the reason
So you had a bad day.
why you opened the Pisces case?
Piscus.
Something sheaths it like a sword.
Assignment understood. I came to see Sir Dover's works from 18 years ago. 18 years before the show. However, I accidentally entered the museum a half hour before it opened.
Oh, Jesus, that's a massive amount of encoding overloads.
Miss Hall, there was nobody at the entrance, correct?
Since I thought the criminal from 18 years ago might be coming, I had no security guards in place. I didn't even lock the doors. I was very busy with opening preparations, so there was nobody on the first floor. In addition, I locked every palace door aside from the autumn one.
And plus there's a second floor.
There might be. It is a mansion.
I guess. We haven't go to the first floor. I see. I don't, because my eyes are closed. What are you on about?
Yeah, no one sees here.
This must have been done in order to lure the criminal to the Autumn Palace. Which is why he ended up entering the Autumn Palace.
It's all very suspicious that he snuck into the museum in the first place.
Hammer.
The gallery should remain silent.
You're the gallery.
Unless you have
Yes, please.
evidence that can prove his testimony false, I will not allow any objections.
I have a testimony that you're a bitch. How about that? The alley isn't even a court.
Now then, why did you open the Pisces case? Jesus, that's like
Piscus.
4 encoding overloads in 3 minutes, holy shit.
Dover's handiwork up close.
I've always detected encoding to see why it keeps encoding.
I don't know why it looks tasty.
When it's candy.
The Gemini
Is it?
sculpture. No, it was the Pisces, wasn't it? The lid had been frozen shut, so I borrowed a burner to open it. But as soon as I opened the lid, poison gas started pouring out.
Yes, it is candy. I don't know what kind of candy it is. It's just kind of candy that you can pump air into. Apparently. I'm presuming it's like candy like that. I don't know what kind it is, though. I have to search it up. That's quite a convenient testimony.
Sounds like a total lie, doesn't it?
There are parts of Mr. Gustavia's testimony that I have issues with as well. However, there is no evidence to disprove it.
But that's...
Would it not make sense for suspicion to fall on Lady Catherine before myself? She may have intended to release the poison gas haphazardly.
Apparently, Lord George objects to himself.
Sounds about right. It turned on the sprinklers as soon as the gas was released. She was specifically targeting the person who triggered the trap.
She wanted you dead.
Mr. Gustavia, you are her only target. You, are willing to accept the words of this criminal as the truth?
Miss Hall must atone for her crimes. However, the same can be said for the criminal from 18 years ago.
Sir Prosecutor, it seems you wish to suspect me to the bitter end. However, I had no reason to murder Sir Dover.
Alright, got an answer by the way, Viv. That candy, is apparently literal sugar. So apparently, like, you somehow bake some transparent sugar, and then when you do it, you attach some stuff to it, and then, like, there's literally a candy pump that you blow into to make that, to form the candy. Like, apparently it's like an actual thing.
Great.
Huh?
Take 50.
It's called a sugar blowing pump.
Yeah, and he uses it to shape it while it's pumping.
Yes.
Pump up the chin.
Alright, you read this line, right, Judge?
Yeah, no.
No.
If there is no evidence to suggest that I killed him, you cannot suspect me.
Now I can suspect you. That doesn't mean I'll have you right.
I would not be a fussy bugger.
Just because I don't have no evidence doesn't mean I can't suspect you. I have gone
Because
both
then
for my
Mr.
own
Gustav,
needs. Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't you prove that Mr. Gustavia is the criminal?
All we know for sure is that Mr. Gustavia fell victim to the poison gas. No matter how strange his behavior was, it won't prove he committed the murder.
But that's... Mr. Shields, is there nothing we can do?
Well, there isn't any evidence. We should try reorganizing the facts. If Mr. Gustavia was the one who killed Mr. Dover, there must have been a motive.
Motive? Mr. Gustavia himself is denying that such a motive exists.
I mean, the clear motive is they both parted ways. Maybe he just didn't want to part ways.
I didn't want to break from you, my love.
It's not easy to take another person's life.
He was too gay to leave.
Unless you're playing Call of Duty.
In which case,
She knows no.
the 17-year-olds will have your first. 17? That's way too old.
Yeah, a little too old there, George. You've got to go down a little bit lower in terms of age.
Jesus Christ.
There's the...
Look, we all know that 12-year-olds are the ones who play Call of Duty, despite the 18+ age rating.
18 years before the show, your old man also... I don't know why I did that. Your old man also discussed...
Discussed.
Your old man also discussed motive with Prosecutor Von Kappa.
Your lie to scuff.
I had to double down. I didn't want to.
You claim the collaboration is irrelevant. If Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover's relationship had turned sour, it wouldn't be sweet. It could serve as a motive for murder.
It could have been sweet and sour.
Away with murder.
We couldn't talk with Mr. Gustavia 18 years ago, but this time things are different. We can speak with the dead. No.
Oh shit! We learned to communicate with dead or whatever it's called.
And now you got 3 questions.
I thought it was 5.
That counts as 1.
Shit.
If we connect everything we've learned so far, the truth might be revealed.
Yes, I suppose so. Man, every time I hear Mr. Gustavia, and I know that he's a chef. I think of Chef Gusto from Ratatouille. I'm like, I can't believe Chef Gusto killed someone.
Everyone can murder.
Everyone can murder. Just combine 2 different like. It seems I must re-examine the information from 18 years ago. I must recall all the details that have remained unexplained.
Everyone can murder. Just be brave and pick up the knife.
Hey. 10.
Oh, God, that was like. So the glowed finger marks on the picture frame was you're doing.
Alright, give me 1 second.
She has been eating that stuff for like the past 5 minutes.
It's the infinite bowl. Alright.
Well, not really eating it, she's tasting it, I guess, but...
So, Iffy, feel free to reread your line.
Oh, also, wait, sorry, 1 second. So she's a pharmacist, right?
Yep.
So, why is she more depressing? Like, should she keep tasting that if it's like drugs? Like, isn't like small amount, like depending on how big the amount is of a particular type of drug, isn't it dangerous?
She's
It
not
depends on the
making
drug.
drugs.
I mean, she's a pharmacist.
That doesn't mean that the bowl contains drugs in it.
I don't know, mortal vessel. I don't know.
You're a gamer. Do you fucking eat
We need
SD
to
cards?
I
Sorry,
don't
what did you say?
care.
Sorry.
I love my Switch over and fucking
Such as a ski card tastes like blueberry.
All right.
The
Okay.
glued fingerprint on the picture frame we are doing.
Instant encoding
Got
of the
stabbed
world.
off screen. Alicia denied leaving the finger marks on the frame. If they were left by Mr. Gustavia, he may have been trying to view the angel's recipe.
Angels are recipe.
Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in the camera. It seemed the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough.
I wonder why. There wasn't enough film.
It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake, though.
The information my father collected 18 years ago was certainly not for naught. If there is no evidence, then I shall use logic to reveal the truth.
Okay. Remaining film, connect with, was the recipe. Let's go.
Eureka! Eureka! Oh, I just jizzed my pants a little. Ugh.
He had photographed the contents of the
I mean,
angel's
come
recipe.
on! He sounds like there yells Eureka at the top of his lungs.
If he had photographed the contents of the angel's recipe, he wouldn't need to steal it. Perhaps Mr. Gustavia used Mr. Master's camera to take pictures.
If he had stolen the actual recipe, the police would have found out.
I see. Pictures, eh?
Okay, close my.
The problem is the time at which he entered Mr. Master's room.
Mr. Gustavia could have moved around freely during the afternoon tea, right? Because it did seem both him and Mr. Dover did not participate in the afternoon tea.
Heresy in England. If I remember correctly, the only time we can prove that Dover was still alive is...
The victim was not seen, as he stayed locked up in his room after the contest had begun. The only one who could have unlocked the locked rooms was Jeff Master.
Master Jeff. The Master of Jeffs. Was Master Dessert's order you ate? Aside from that bowl?
Actually, no. After the afternoon tea, I also ate Icy's desserts.
After the contest began, Isaac Dover was locked up in his room. If we assume he was killed at some point before Delicia snuck into his room, then there is a high chance that he was killed before the afternoon tea was over. Afternoon
Okay.
tea, I presume. I just have to combine those two first, I guess. Guess it makes sense. Mr. Gustavia, you collaborated with the victim, Isaac Dover, to create your desserts, didn't you?
Oh? It seems you know about my secret.
Mr. Shield told me all about it. He's kind of a snitch like that. Mr. Dover handled the design while you were in charge of taste, correct?
Back then my training had been insufficient.
It seems you'll work together through the semi-finals, but not during the finals. Why is that?
Both wish to compete in the finals against Mr. Master on our own merits.
You must have also helped Isaac over, yes, my favourite. Isaac Dover's desserts, even during the finals.
Isaac Dover.
What makes you able to declare something like that?
Didn't you tell Prosecutor Von Karl about it yourself, 18 years ago? That you cooperated until the day before the finals? The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room were all made out of sherbet.
I like the head movement.
Such an amount would be most likely need to be left overnight to freeze. Which means Mr. Gustavio prepared Mr. Dover's sherbet in advance before the day. Jesus Christ.
The day before.
Before the day.
That's right.
They-
So you realize Gustavio's corporation ended the day before the finals.
Then why did Mr. Dover not help Mr. Gustavio in return?
Objection!
I care not.
The views of the dead are of no concern to me.
Meanwhile, Gregory Adro's death, causing him to get. Why did Isaac Dover not help you return? If there is a reason why your partnership with Isaac Dover broke down, that would be a motive for murder. Look,
No shit.
That could be a possibility. I am just connecting, but
you're sorry?
I think he's lagging a little bit.
however,
he's
Sir
just
Dover and
demonstrating.
I ended our partnership peacefully.
A peaceful breakup. It's hard to imagine.
Not to mention it is absurd to think that I killed Sir Dover in Sir Master's room. I couldn't have killed Sir Dover while Sir Master was also there making desserts.
What if Jeff Masters is just very, 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 very inattentive? So he killed him in the bedroom. Jeff Masters was just humming to himself, making fucking ice cream.
Probably.
Delicious kid.
In other words, there is no way I could have committed the murder.
That's not true! If there was a moment when Mr. Marston was absent from the room, I could have proved that it was possible for Mr. Gustavia to commit the murder. Can I just say, X is a very unfortunate name for Twitter. Because now you can say stuff like, follow my ex.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I mentioned it to you last night because I realised it. It was like, and it's like, since a joke, I was just like, oh yes, I like following my ex, yes. Be sure to check out my ex. It just
I
gets
just
so
like
much worse.
Indonesia bans X websites. Twitter
Oh, yeah.
renames itself to X. You've just played yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah, I thought Indonesia's like, no, you can't use that. It sounds too close to pornography or whatever. Isaac Dover was alive up until the afternoon tea began. Ergo, that is the only time where Gustavia could have killed Isaac Dover.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you satisfied?
No.
Sorry, but I'm far from satisfied. This full-course meal has tasted terrible. That and I'm finally starting to see the truth behind this case.
Are you saying you have found some evidence to show us the truth?
No, there is no need to present evidence. Just use your fucking brain. We can just have Mr. Gustavia tell us the truth.
So this is where you use that, right?
Indeed, Mr. Gustavia, there is one thing I want you to tell me.
What does number 2 work for?
I said, Mr. Gustavia, there is one thing I want you to tell me.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What is it?
During the finals of the contest, you made your desserts on your own.
I wanted to compete for the title of the world's greatest pastry chef on my own merits.
Bullshit! If that was truly the case, you would have competed on your own merits from the start. I want you to tell me why it was necessary for you to cooperate with Isaac Dover.
Yes.
It's time for chess.
Oh shit, my least favorite board game.
You say what, sorry?
His least favorite
Board
board game.
Well, already unconventional. There's more than 8 rows and columns. It's bullshit. During the contest 18 years ago, Mr. Gustavia collaborated with Mr. Dover. I wonder what made them decide to cooperate in the first place. That's what I'm trying to draw out him. But my dude is like, what's this? Like a rook, a bishop, queen, pawn. It's got everything but a fucking knight.
No, he doesn't even have a king.
Yeah, what do you do?
That's an illegal board state.
That's... Warning, illegal maneuver. It seems he pretends to meditate when things aren't going his way. First, I'll ask about why he collaborated with Mr. Dover. The truth has been hidden for 18 years. That ends tomorrow. I want to go take a nap now. Why did you collaborate with Mr. Dover? Why did you decide to collaborate with Isaac Dover?
So Dover and I were already acquaintances even before the contest began. Since he was interested in the contest, we simply decided to enter it together.
Joining forces with a sculptor? You weren't confident in your own abilities?
You know nothing about me. We wanted to make great works together.
Right, what's that's the bullshit?
They're gonna wait
You
and see.
made it on your own, you scrub!
So Dover's son and my own attended the same elementary school. We got along well from the start.
Really? So are you going to share the title of World's Greatest Pastry Chef together?
Ooh, he's meditating. Alright, so we can push.
Wake up, you dumbass! As expected, he pretends to meditate when things aren't going his way. Mr. Dover was a sculptor. I doubt he had any interest in the title of World's Greatest Pastry Chef. In that case, where did his true goal lie?
Indeed, my goal was the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. However, Sir Dover's goal was the grand prize, the angel's recipe.
I see, you cooperated because your interests were aligned. But there must have been a reason why your partnership soured.
So, prosecutor, I am the victim of a poisoning.
No, you're not.
Oh, sorry. If you are going to suspect me in this manner, perhaps I'd better return to the infirmary.
Well, wait a moment!
In that
Oh
case,
god, it's lagging really hard. What the fuck is happening?
your end?
Yeah, I'm not sure
What I
why.
always think is my end.
No, it's me, for some strange reason.
Boarding's going great, guys. There's nothing wrong at all.
I'll deal with it shortly.
In that case, you should end things soon. I am not a patient man.
Yes, you are a patient. Man, you're a patient in an infirmary.
I'm currently a patient man.
It seems he's trying to leave. I can't let that happen. You sit the fuck down. He's still hiding something. Next I should ask him about his true goal. I need to keep the pressure on him while being cautious of the time. Yeah, because he's going to speed up. Oh, do you want to appear on a piece of cake? Can't believe you didn't want to appear on a piece of cake. Didn't you have another goal besides the title? The title alone doesn't seem to have much value.
I dare the likes of you inside the title of a confectionery artist. My only goal was the title itself. I had no interest in anything else. My dream was to become the world's greatest pastry chef.
Right, what's the joke? It would be pretty impossible with your skills, you loser.
18 years ago, I was lacking in design sense. However, things are different now.
Oh, are you saying you have improved your craft?
Exactly. For I have trained at the Republic of Zhengfa.
Son of a bitch.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Also, can I just say, I wish they, when you got the wrong line, they at least did something funny whenever you did it. I failed to see the results of your training. Sorry, it's just like, I really wish they said that and I just see like the fucking banter. But, just not
Yeah,
the way.
nah, he just says, "Don't you see? I have you cornered," and then fails.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I wish they actually, like, you know, made something funny, just like, don't you see, you're yeah.
Yes. At the time, I also studied Mr. Master's works. I would often watch his show with my son.
So you're studying Mr. Master's work to improve your own skills? If you had his recipes, perhaps it would have been easier for you to become the world's greatest.
Perhaps. To a pastry chef, Sir Master's recipes were worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, seahorse tattoo on his head.
You're interested in his recipes? So we asking if him?
Does he have a seahorse tattoo on his hand?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't say leave. Oh, oi! Oi!
It's lost to the wind.
You went past, you skipped my line.
Well, you can
Rob?
cross over it for 8 minutes, or you can actually read the next
I mean,
one.
to be fair, the reason I kept going was I didn't hear you say anything. Calm
Was it?
down. No. Okay. You should have also been interested in the grand prize, the entrance recipe. That's in fact
Gosh,
The recipes of the world's greatest pastry chef. I would be lying if I said I wasn't interested. However, I am not interested.
leaves.
This is
bored me.
Oh, God.
Whoa, man.
Lagged out there, George.
Mr. Prosecutor, I'm not repeating my statement.
Come
Figure
on.
out what I said.
I'm
We
not
don't want to
feeling
hurt
very
your
well.
statement.
I'm not feeling very well, Mr. Prosecutor. I wish to go back to the infirmary now.
However, I wouldn't think that simply being interested would be a problem.
Famous last words.
I wonder about that. Angel's recipe's true nature was not for making desserts, but cures. Not desserts. And all of the contest participants should have been aware of that.
Ugh.
Looks like I'm getting close. He isn't meditating anymore. Now to slowly but surely drive him into a corner. It's just around the block. Next I'll ask what he planned to use the recipe book for.
Alright, I'm going to put a stop to this here briefly, just so we can sort this problem out. I'll see you guys next time.